Hi there, this is Mike Parkhill, Head of Engineering at Dock, and today I'm here to show you an exciting new feature we have, which we call the requesting data for a credential or request credential flow. What this is in the past for the issuer to issue a credential, they had to have all the information ahead of time. So they need to know everything about the holder that they're issuing the credential to up front. Now we can set it up so that if the issuer doesn't know everything about the holder yet, they can ask the holder for details as part of the flow. So I'll walk you through it, but it's pretty straightforward. The issuer goes through basically the normal issuer flow. They click off a couple things, say, hey, I need these details, and then the holder scans a QR code. They get prompted for those details, and then the credential gets issued. So that probably sounds a little complicated. It's really not. Let me walk you through it. So we'll go into Certs, our good old issuing tool, and we'll click on Credentials. And we're going to issue a credential. I'm just going to do a very basic credential, but this will work with any credential template you've got. And I'm not going to do a fancy design this time, again, just for simplicity, keep moving forward. And where you start to see the difference is on the adding a recipient panel here. So, you can see the fields we've had on here before, the email, the ID, the subject name, credential, all that is all the same. But you'll notice under some of them, we've got checkboxes now. So those checkboxes are how you indicate that I don't have this information. I want the holder to provide it back to me before the credential is issued. So let's say maybe I don't have their DID yet. So we'll request that. And in this one, because we're very simple fields, we'll say we don't have their name. We'll get them to give us their name. But I do know the title, so I'm going to give the title of this as just my made-up user-provided data credential. And then the expiry stuff's the same as it ever was. So we can add that recipient. And then we can just go next. We'll leave all extra defaults here for this case. Issue the credential. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit different. So instead of now being given the credential to download or whatever as you would have seen in the past, now we have to go back to list of credentials and switch to this requested credentials tab. So this lists all the credential requests you've generated. If I click on this one, which we just created, you can see it's today's date, we get a QR code. Now this QR code can only be used once for one holder. So if you're doing multiple holders, you'll have to do multiple of these requests. But I'll use my phone as the holder would, and I will scan this QR code, and you'll see how it looks on the wallet. It's thinking, there we go. So you can see now we're taken into a data flow on the phone, which tells us, okay, you're being offered a user-provided data credential coming from the server. And it mentions which fields have been requested. So the ID will be picked automatically because I've only got a single DID on my wallet. But the name I'm going to be prompted for if we accept this and proceed. So let's proceed. And here I can type in my name. So let's say Mike Demo. In the future, we plan to add this so you can actually pick the data from an existing credential if you have other credentials on your device. We don't have that quite yet. Right now it's freeform. But as we go forward, we'll link it to other credentials as well. But this is what we can do for now. So free fill text, and then we can submit that. And it should, yeah, there we go. And now in the background, it's sending the information back to the back end, and the back end is issuing the credential now with those details we just provided. So that's provided the DID we just gave them and the name we just gave them. So now we're asked again, do you want to make sure you want to import this? Yes, we do. And there it is. Our credential is in the wallet. It's valid. If I look at the details, I can see there's my Mike Demo, there's my holder key, and that's that. It is there. And if I go back on certs from the issuer side, we can go back to the issued column, and we can see that credential has been issued. And that's there, and the request is now no longer on the requested things. You can see it's disappeared there. And that's basically it. So not that complicated at all, but it's really kind of cool. Again, gives the issuer a chance to sort of collect a little more detail before they issue the credential and do a deferred issuance of that credential once the details are provided by the holder. So yeah, give it a try, check it out. Let us know what you think. Thanks.